Hey everyone, one of my favorite quotes that I've never really forgotten since the first time I've heard it is from the popular self-development expert Jim Rohn. Unsuccessful people major in minor things. I never forgot that because it's something that you can really see happening every day all around you. Maybe it's something that you even do yourself. I know I've been guilty of it at some points in the past. And essentially what he means by unsuccessful people major in minor things is that you have things that are really important in life, right? Your goals, whether it has to do with, furthering your relationship with your significant other, or taking care of your kids, or, giving to worthy causes, or taking care of your health. These are very important things, right? But then you have things that are not that important in life, like drama, in politics, as far as like within an office setting or something like that, where everybody's trying to play these games, and we get sucked into a lot of these types of things that really are not that important. And we spend a lot of our time, our energy, our money, even our focus on things that aren't that important. And what he's saying is you got to stop doing that, because doing that is what makes you unsuccessful as a person. Unsuccessful is a broad term, right? You can kind of make it mean whatever you want, but really its basic essence, what it means is you're not achieving the things that are important to you to achieve. That, in my definition, makes you unsuccessful. So the definition is kind of up to you, but if you want to reach the goals that you've set, you want to make the dreams that you have a reality, especially if it has to do with entrepreneurship, you need to make sure that your time, your energy, your money, your focus is on things that are important, on major things. And I can think of multiple examples of how people do this, right? And you can actually just watch 10 minutes of the news and see people doing this all the time, especially right now. But the point of this is really to think about, and I'll give you a couple of key questions you can ask yourself when you're getting ready to work on a certain project, or you're getting ready to write a certain email even, or take a certain phone call. How much money could this possibly be worth? Is this what my business partner and I call a fruitless conversation, where we can have this conversation and make me feel good to maybe win this argument with you, but what do I have to gain if I win? What good, important thing can come from this conversation? And if the answer is nothing or only a small amount, then just axe it, even if it's something that would make you feel good, right? So analyze what you're doing, what you're spending your time, your energy, your money on, and ask yourself, if those things, that expenditure of your resources, furthers you toward the goals that you have, whether it accomplishes something that's meaningful, that's important in your life. A lot of us wonder why we never get to where we're trying to go, and it's because we have this limited amount of energy and just limited resources in general, and we waste it. And so think about areas of your life, think about what you do throughout the day, and whether or not it's focused on major things or on minor things. A couple ways you can do that is by watching your calendar. Go through your calendar, see what you've been spending your time on. Look at your credit card statements and your bank accounts. What are you spending your money on? If you're blowing $400 a month going out to movies and out to eat and things like that, but you say you don't have enough money to buy a lawnmower to start a landscaping business, now you got some things to think about there. Another thing that I do that I personally love is what I call keeping a time journal. And that's essentially where you go, and I personally do it for usually a week or 2 weeks, just short periods of time. And I'll track down to the minute and down to the most tiny task what I'm spending my time on. Because sometimes we think we're spending a lot of time on worthwhile things, on major things, and then when we actually get down to tracking it, we find out that we aren't. Sometimes we feel lazy, we do the time journal, and we find out that we're actually being quite productive. So how I do that is I just bring up a notepad app or something like that on my phone, and each day throughout the day, for like I said, a week or two, I go down through, and if I send a text to my friend John, I'll literally have in there, texted friend John, 1 minute, or whatever. Sometimes I don't even list the amount of time, I just started at a time like 3:30 p.m. and it'll say texted John, checked calendar, called a client back, sent an email to a potential client, and then I'll catch myself up and go 3:50 p.m. and then list maybe 3 or 4 more things. It's an easy way to take a little shortcut and still get the value of it. Either way, the point is to know whether or not you're spending the majority of your time on things that matter. If you have time free in the evening and you say that you aren't able to spend any time working on your business or thinking about your startup idea or anything like that because you've got to go grocery shopping or get gas or something like that. That, to me, when I hear somebody say that, is a huge red flag, because what that tells me is that not only are you focused on minor things, but it also tells me you probably don't know how to be super efficient about batching your time. That's something you can look up. Go ahead and Google batching. It's a whole technique around working little tasks like that that just have to be done, but aren't really critically important things that are going to move you towards your goals, fitting them into convenient places in your life to where they're not going to take meaningful chunks of time that you could be spending moving yourself toward things that are important. We went a little bit long on this video, but I really believe so strongly in this concept. And I think it's single-handedly one of the major reasons why certain people do or don't reach their goals. So let me know what comments or thoughts or feedback or anything you have on this topic. And I hope it's been helpful as usual. Share it with your friends, share button's down there. You know where it is. Talk to you soon.